My name's Kelly. I'm 46. I've decided to start doing journals, I guess, video journals for my kids. Memories. And I thought I'd just video my journey basically from my diagnosis to now. So it's now August, early September. Towards the beginning of the year, maybe about April, May, I got diagnosed with a myxoid liposarcoma. So I've had surgery now. I'm nearly 4 weeks post-surgery. It was a big wound. It was a really big surgery. The margins were clear, thank God. I tell you, cancer is a lonely journey. I mean, you can share it with people and you have lots of support and everything like that, but it's still very lonely. You feel very alone in your head a lot of the time. A lot of people don't understand what you're going through, and it's not their fault. It's just the nature of the beast, really, of cancer. So how it started was I was going to the gym, and in the shower one night, as a woman or a man, you learn to feel your body for lumps and bumps and stuff like that. And I found a big lump in the back of my right thigh, so my posterior thigh. It was big too. It was really big. I mean, you could see it. And so obviously I went to the doctor, and then I got an MRI, and that was $350 out of pocket. You get nothing back. And then you're off to a neurosurgeon. There's another couple $100. And the neurosurgeon thought it was a nerve sheath tumor. So basically a tumor that grows off the nerve sheath. It's a very rare kind of tumor. I asked the surgeons, the neurosurgeons, do you think it's cancerous? And they said yes. So that drive home that night was, I can't really remember it. It was horrible. So obviously then you're off for PET scans. PET scan obviously picks up cancer. So, I said to the neurosurgeon, what's the chances that this is cancer and it's spread through my body? And I don't know. And he said it happens to people every day. So then obviously the waiting, all the waiting started, and it's horrible. I mean, you have a PET scan and then you've got to wait. You've got to wait, and in your mind you think, that's it. I've got cancer. It's spread through my body. I've got 4 months to live, or something like that. Your imagination takes over, and fear as well. Fear that you don't want to die. You look at your kids, and it's awful. So you wait 2.5 days for the results for that. It came back. Obviously the tumor was bright, but the cancer hadn't spread through my body. I mean, what a relief. But then you've still got this tumor. And then they do biopsies. And then I'm at work the next week, because I'm still working, obviously, because I'm still able to work, and you have to work. So I work as a nurse. Anyway, I was at work the following week, and I got a call with the results. Kelly, it's a myxoid liposarcoma. What is that? It's a rare cancer of the soft tissue. Oh my God, like, how did that happen? How did I get that? Where did that come from? You're just going along, and next minute you've got this massive lump in your leg, and it's cancer. And it was grade 2. So there's 1, 2, 3 grades. Obviously 1 being the best and 3 being the worst. So mine's grade 2. So, you know, you look at the statistics and then you shit yourself because you think, oh my God. You start reading about it. You join all the Facebook groups. You know, I must have joined about several Facebook groups, and I left them the same day because I read people's stories with similar cases, and it was sad and depressing. So I left. I joined them and I left them. I thought this is not going to be good for my mental health. So next was, obviously, it was a different kind of tumour, so off to the orthopaedic surgeon in Sydney. So there's another wait. You've got to wait a week and a half to see him. So now you know you've got this tumour in your leg and you still got to work, and you're running the kids around, and you're just doing everything as normal, because what else are you going to do, really? You can't just lay down on the ground and cry and just stop, because life is still going and the kids still need to be going places. Everybody needs to be fed. The washing needs to be done, everything. But in your mind, you've got this flaming cancer in your leg. And you don't know what's going to happen. But life is still going on. So we see the orthopaedic surgeon, and it wasn't good. Kelly, it's on your sciatic nerve. We will do some radiation to try and shrink it away from the nerve. And then obviously wait for the results after that. So off to the radiation oncologist the same day. Lucky I didn't have to wait for this one. So off to the radiation oncologist across the road in Sydney to plan for this radiation. And then I had to wait another week and a half to start radiation after that. So another wait, and you're still going around with this cancer in your leg thinking, please God, don't spread, don't go anywhere else, just stay there. It's a real, it just gets your mental health, I'm telling you. I mean, I'm strong mentally, and it's broken me. It's very, very hard. It's very, very hard for the family around you too, because they can see you suffering, and what can they do for you? They support you, but again, it's a bit lonely, you know. You're in your own head. And anyway, the radiation started. So I had to do radiation for 4 weeks, and I had to drive to Sydney, which is in good traffic about an hour and a half, in bad traffic about 2 hours. So I had people driving me there for the first couple of days, and then I thought, I can drive myself, you know. I could do some driving before I can't drive. So I drove to Sydney every single day of the week for radiation. I had to use up all my annual leave because what else am I going to do? Still got to pay the bills. So we finished that. Then we have all the tests again, the PET scan, the MRI. Then we're back to see the orthopaedic surgeon. And my mother-in-law came with me, and thank God, you know, thank God for those close people around you, because some people have nobody, and some people can't afford to do all these scans and all these things, and see all these specialists. So anyway, my mother-in-law comes with me to the appointment, and it was not good. The radiation had only shrunk it, you know, millimeters, a couple millimeters. So the sciatic nerve had to come out. So you get that news, and what do? You just cry. You cry, and then you go through the surgery. You prepare yourself for the surgery. You're going to lose function of your leg, basically, from your knee down. how are you going to walk again? How are you going to work? How am I going to drive? How am I going to do all these normal things? It's horrible. So my partner and sister-in-law came up with me to support me before the surgery. And it's scary. It's so scary. When you come out of the surgery and the pain. I mean, the specialist was great. He showed me the tumor that he cut out, and it was massive. I said it looked like a family packet of mints because it was massive. It was really, really big. And then, of course, you've got to manage the pain. And you've got to wait for the margins to be clear. So there's another wait. The margins, are they clear? What happens if they're not clear? He's already taken a big piece out of my leg. What happens? Then you've got to get up. You've got to learn to walk again. I had 2 pressure sores on my foot. I had a boot left on me for 4 days, and I got 2 pressure sores on my foot, and I couldn't walk. My leg I thought it was just useless. I thought everything was just useless. Now I've got these pressure sores, and I can't walk. So then I had to get up and learn to walk on this foot it's a floppy foot, really. I think of it like a rubber foot, just hanging on the end of my leg right now. It's just, I tried to stand on it, and I thought I can't even use my leg ever again. And then the pain, you've got this wound that goes from your buttocks down to just nearly your knee. It's so big, and now it's filled with fluid. I'm lucky I didn't get infections. Like I stayed nearly 2 weeks in hospital, and I got lots of visitors. My partner's family were just amazing. If I didn't have them, I wouldn't have had anyone. I've got my partner and my kids, my 5 kids. Got friends bringing food over, people sending flowers and lots of messages. Honestly, it's what gets you through. All this kindness and love comes out, and you're just so grateful. You look at your kids and you're just so grateful. You look at your partner and my family, my in-laws and my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law. I'm just so grateful. So grateful for the surgeon. I mean, how do you say thank you? How do you say, you say thank you to people? I love you, but it's not enough, really. Like, thank you, thanks. It's not enough. You can't express your gratitude towards people. How grateful, and how much it means what they do. How much it means. How much those hugs off your kids mean. It's everything. It's everything. So, so you get out of hospital, and then you can't drive. You can't friggin' walk. You can walk, but you put these things. I can't. If I drop something, God forbid I drop something, because I can't pick it up. It takes me 2 minutes to pick it up. I can't really dress myself. I can't really wash myself. Can't drive a car. I'm struggling to walk 10 steps. I still want to feed my family. I want to drive my kids around. I'm struggling. I feel useless, and again, very alone in my own head, very down. I had a bad night last night. The pain is horrendous. I mean, you've got nerve pain. You can't feel your foot, but the nerve pain is horrendous. And you can't do anything. There's medications. You're taking all the medications. The doctors are scared to prescribe you too much because they don't want to kill you. But you've still got this pain. And sometimes it's just the pain. That's all you can feel. It's all you can think of is this pain. So here I am. I had a really bad morning this morning. I had a really bad night. And I just thought, do you know what? I'm going to start videoing my journey. I think I've got to start chemo next week. I've got some phone appointments tomorrow. And they want me to do some chemo because the tumor was aggressive. You know, when the surgeon came in to tell me about the margins, he came in and he said, you better get someone on the phone. And I thought, oh my God, it's bad, you know. And then he said, no, the margins are clear. Hallelujah, thank God. But I said to him, I was really worried if they weren't clear. My leg would have been a mess. And he said he may have had to amputate my leg if the margins weren't clear. I mean, can you imagine that? I know it happens to people every day, but, you know, when it happens to you and you think, they nearly had to chop my leg off. That's a lot to process. That's a lot, you know. But now you think to yourself, you know, you've got all this pain in your leg. It's really hard. You have to ask for help all the time. And, you know, you got to get everybody to do stuff for you and drive your kids around. So from an independent person that I like to give to people, it's hard to receive. You have to learn to receive. So, you know, thank you really to my partner and my kids, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, the rest of the family, my friends. Like, they're people that have been there for me, you know, thank you. I really just wanted to save this memory, you know, to sort of express my feelings. So, I've got a scan today because the wound is full of fluid. Because I took such a big piece out, they said that this would probably happen, and it's happened. So now I'm left with this swollen leg because it's full of fluid. So what to do now? You know, I've got to start chemo next week. I've got this swollen leg and this pain. It's horrible. It's so horrible. But you want to live. You know, you look at your kids and you think, I don't want to die. You know, you really, you're reminded of your mortality, really, that, you know, you're going along, living, working, doing things, busy, and you forget that you can die. You forget that you're going to, you just think you're going to grow old and die. You don't think at 46 you're going to get this rare cancer in your leg of this, you know, and all of a sudden you're fighting for your life. You know, you can't explain it really, but anyway, to everybody that has helped me, thank you. I really, really thank you. You know, it's something that means the most. It's not a material thing. It's people that do things that don't have to do it for you. They do it because they love you so much, and you just are so what's the word I'm looking for? You're just so humbled, really, that people love you that much. You know, obviously you've done things to make them love you that much. So it's hard to express your love in words, you know, because you look at your kids and your family and you just, it's more than love. They're your life. You know, you want to live for them, and it's, you know, it's hard. But anyway, here's my first journal, my first video. It's just explaining my story to date now. So nearly 4 weeks post-surgery. So nearly 2 weeks I've been home, and it's been a struggle. It's hard for everybody, I guess. But so anyway, I'm going to go off now and start the day.